rise. Great rise, great rise, great rise. Y'all know who this is. It's your girl, Queen Goddess, the King Advocate on a Tuesday for Melanated Monday. I did not come in last night because it was Memorial Day weekend. Not that I celebrate, but I know that y'all do. And when the holiday comes up and Melanated Monday falls on that holiday, y'all choose the holiday. So I ain't mad at you. But we're going to do it tonight, okay? I don't know how long we're going to do it tonight, but we're going to do it tonight. So I'm going to ask that you all call in. I don't plan to have necessarily a full show tonight, but call in if you would like to participate in it. The call-in number is 770-906-5271. Again, that's 770-906-5271. I'm going to give people time to get in here because I did not even announce it today that I was going to be live today. So it might be super short if no one shows up. So I will just give you a little bit of information, a little thought that I do have, and make a quick exit if y'all don't come, okay? Nonetheless, if you have not already purchased or even looked at any of my stuff on my webpage, shame on you. But you can do that. You can get this shirt here that comes in multiple colors, the My Life Matters on Purpose with Purpose, which is available, as well as I Am the Solution on Purpose with Purpose, the t-shirts and the hoodies. Both of those are available on my website, myomywellness.com. That's MYOMYwellness.com. Is that pimping in the building? I think that was pimping, so I appreciate you for showing up, loved one. I hope all is well. It was good seeing you on Sunday. Give my love to your queen as well. Thank you for being here. What's going on, D Maze? Love that show today. That was the joint. Okay, I'm gonna like hit it and quit it kind of thing. I'm gonna kind of stay off of the major part of that because I want that to be a complete show. Okay, like that's being processed in my head. But what we are going to be talking about is the normalization of the emasculation of Black men. That part right there, that I do want to talk about. And I would love for you all to call in and have conversation with me. Again, that number is 770-906-5271, 770-906-5271. Just to touch a little bit on what was mentioned on Mind Games Uncut with your boy, Dornelius Mays. D Mays, if y'all missed it on YouTube, you got to go back there and check it out. He was talking about the movie Buck Breaking. I have not seen it yet, which is why I can't go into any full detail about it because I haven't seen it. But I will talk about that. He also mentioned in it some of the things that are the rituals, I'll put it that way, that have been done and continue to be done to emasculate our Black men. And we need to be having conversations about these things because I don't know how many people actually know these things to be factual or give too much of a damn. What's going on and what has been going on with our Black men. And like I said, this is not new. These types of things have been going on since the beginning of time. When you are dealing with sexual rituals and practices as far as Black men are concerned, you already know you're talking about rapes, beatings. You're talking about castrations. Indeed, you're talking about castrations of Black men, total mutilization of them in public, using their parts for pleasure of whatever and for whatever, the trading of them. These types of things continue to happen. They may not happen in the way that we have been taught historically, because now there's such a thing as surgery. Okay, whether you volunteer for it or not, that's how people come up missing, and they shit come up missing as well. You know, you find the body and it ain't a complete body. That's how that happens. But these types of rituals are and have been practiced. These are things that obviously have a psychological effect on the Black man, because they don't perform these rituals and, I will even put it this way, allow the man to no longer have to suffer from it. I'll put it that way. He has to go on with his life. He must go on with his life in these conditions, or under these conditions, where what physically defines him as a man has been taken away, has been abused, has been mutilated, whatever the case is. These things continue to happen. Then you look at the judicial system, if you will, that promotes this type of behavior in prisons. Okay. It's really difficult to talk about, honestly. It's very difficult to talk about. With one, without breaking down; two, without going into a subject that I want to go into at another time, a little bit more in depth. So forgive me. Yeah, exactly. DeMays is reminding us that they cut off Washington Carver's genitals as well. Indeed. So yeah, this happens a lot. Like I said, even in the prison system, I mean, it may not be a castration, a physical castration, but if castrate a man mentally first, I would think, can't speak from personal experience, but I would think it would almost line up. Moving on. Another thing that was mentioned was the how parents, particularly those of young Black men, are promoting the choosing of their gender. So you have a Black male child who is 5, 10 years old, between the ages of 5 and 10, let's even say 11, that are deciding they don't want to be men anymore, or the parents are just encouraging them not to be, or because the parent did not have a girl, they're going to raise their male child as a feminine, and that's supposed to be okay. I came across a video a while back, and I talked about that. A young woman had a infant child that was about, he might have been 2 or 3. And she was dancing with her son. No big deal. She was dancing. And she took her wig off and put the wig on the little boy. Now, the little boy, first of all, has this look of terror on his face, because all he sees is that his mother has removed her hair, that it's not there. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of traumatic to him. But then she puts it on him and starts laughing. So this child sees that his mother finds joy in the fact that he is wearing a wig, a female article. What's going on, C. Alatre? Thank you for being here, beloved. I appreciate you. I made a comment to that woman that, one, it wasn't cute, okay, and that it was unfair to that child, first of all, because being that young, that child is very attentive to how an adult, particularly their parent, responds to what they do. So this young boy, man to be, sees the joy that his mother has with him looking like a woman or wearing a woman's article or having any type of feminine characteristic. It pleases his mother to be portrayed as such. She responded, "What are you saying? That my son is going to be gay? That ain't what I said. What I said was what I said." You are giving him the idea that that's what pleases you. And he's going to do what pleases his mother. And if what pleases his mother as a young boy means dressing up as a woman to make her happy, he's going to do that. And that's going to be normal for him. That is unacceptable and it's unexcusable. Of course, she had an attitude with me, and y'all know I didn't care. And I still don't. We don't think. You know what I'm saying? We just don't think. We'll see something that's not considered normal or that's out of the norm. I'm gonna just put it that way. This ain't normal, natural behavior. We'll see something like that and find humor in it and think that it's okay because it's just for a moment. It gave you a temporary sensation of joy, whatever. Not overstanding the long-term effects that it will have on the child. This is information that they're receiving. You know what I'm saying? Like she really didn't get what the hell she was doing because to her it was funny. Yeah, she was black. Indeed. She had no idea the type of damage she was actually inflicting on his child at such an early age. Because like I said, he's looking at his mom like, okay, well, mommy's happy. Let me do this again. No. There was also a video on Facebook, and I've seen it twice, where a young girl was she was a dancer. So she had her bikini on, her thong bikini, and a little boy, he probably was no older than 5, if that, came up to her and licked her behind. And she laughed. She laughed. It threw her off. Of course, she was shocked by it, but her initial response was laughter, like it was cute. That shit ain't cute. This is the type of thing that we're doing to our young men as children. And when they grow up with these same types of behaviors, same type of thoughts and patterns, we talk about this nigga ain't shit. Well, hello? He had to start as an ain't shit ass baby, right? We had to raise him as an ain't shit ass baby for him to become an ain't shit ass man. Let's just be honest about it. Take responsibility. Hold yourself accountable for what we are doing to these brothers, to these young boys in particular. That's all I'm talking about is the young boys, because true enough, the young women are just as fucked up. And if anybody's on here that is offended by my language, I don't apologize. It is what it is. But yeah, we do not take responsibility or hold ourselves accountable for what we're doing to what we're raising. But when they become adult or when they become grown enough to make their own decisions, we shoot them down for making a decision based on the information that we gave them. We have fucked them up from childhood because we thought it was funny. We were being selfish at the time. We wanted a reason to feel a temporary sensation of joy, pleasure for ourselves, not realizing what damage it's causing in the long run for these children that will grow up to be adults. When do we hold ourselves accountable for what we are creating? I'm sick of it. If y'all want to call in, please do so. 770 906 5271. Again, that number is 770 906 5271. See, La Trey says, the baby classic comment. Oh, yeah, classic comment, absolutely. But yeah, we have to take ourselves or make ourselves a lot more accountable for what's going on. It also irritates me just a smidgen. I'm being sarcastic on the smidgen when I see a man, I don't care how old it is, in any type of feminine garment or accessories. That includes nail polish, weaves, carrying a purse, so you call it a merce. I don't give a damn. It's a purse. Tight ass pants, whatever the hell. That is unacceptable. I remember a couple years ago, I was at the grocery store in East Point, Georgia. And I was wearing a dress because I'm supposed to. And I was cute, okay? I was dainty as a woman because I'm supposed to be. And this individual walked past me and paused a little bit and did that to me. Should I show you it? Did that to me. So I paused for a moment because I was thrown back just a little bit, because in looking at this individual, it was clearly not a natural woman. It was not even an unnatural woman for that matter. It was a man, a male in feminine garment, portraying or trying to portray himself as what he saw me to be. So he was basically trying to check my womanhood, or saying that I can be more woman than you, or I'm just as equal as you as a woman. At that moment, like, I don't fight, okay? I don't fight. I never fought, never had to fight. But at that moment, I didn't know what to do. If I was supposed to take my, come up out my earrings, put on some gloves, or what? I didn't know. I was thrown back. But all I knew was that thing right there, that was not correct. I knew that was not correct. But you have people and women who will see this type of behavior, or see what this male is wearing, or the type of purse that he's carrying, and give accolades, give praises to him like it's okay, like it's acceptable. He just checked your womanhood. He just said that he is more of or equal to a woman as you are, that he's a greater woman than you are, that you are competition in your natural feminine form to this male. Are you not insulted? I was heavily insulted. If you would like to call, feel free. Again, that number is 770 906 5271 770 906 5271. I see we got some people who have shown up. I appreciate you being here. Melissa, what's going on, loved one? Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I hope all is well. D Mays, I see you. Whatever your name is today that showed up, I see you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. And again, Ela Trey. I don't know if I'm saying that right or not. Mr. Research. I'm gonna just give you that, okay, Mr. Research. I would encourage you to do just that on what I'm saying as well. We're doing too much. Like I said, when a woman starts to praise the behavior of a male who is clearly not being his natural masculine self, that becomes a problem. And this tends to happen a lot with um, young children. I've seen this. I've seen mothers dress their sons up in dresses and refer to them as queen. We're talking about Black males. Refer to their sons as queen, um, and praise them for being such. I've seen mothers put makeup on their sons and praise them for such. And then as time goes on, women continue to complain about there, again, not being any good men out here. Do you have any question as to why that's even a thought? Why the ability or the availability of quality men, masculine men, is so low? Do we not already have the answer to this? Do we not already know? We are causing more damage than good. This shit ain't funny. Let me just do that. This shit ain't funny. Now, I'm not, like I said, this is not going off into any other part of this subject matter because I am going to deal with that directly and differently on another show. Tonight, all we are discussing is how it has become normal to emasculate Black men. It's normal. It's acceptable. It's even expected, if you will, that Black men are not to be looked at or treated as Black men. They're not to be even treated as men, as human beings, as anything. Put them in a dress, put a wig on them, teach them how to twerk. I can't stand that. Teach them how to twerk, dress them up like whatever the hell, whatever a woman has, you're gonna give it to a man and make it a male, something or another. Okay. I've also heard, now somebody gonna have to explain this to me. I've heard it be said or referred to as a male vagina. What is that? What is it? What's a male vagina? Because I don't get it. Okay, but I'm not. I said that's gonna be a whole other show. Again, today we are strictly speaking on the normalization of emasculating Black men. If you all, please, I wish somebody would either call or you all continue to share your thoughts. If you would like to call in and share your thoughts, the number is 770-906-5271, 770-906-5271. What's going on, Kevin Littlejohn? You said, what is that? Are you referring to the quote unquote man vagina? Mangina? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But again, I don't want to go that deep tonight on this here show because I want to actually have a full-blown show on those types of subject matters with people who will volunteer to give some information so that we don't have an ignorant conversation. Because I have some questions, okay? This is not about bashing anyone, but I have some questions, and I think it's only fair that the questions be answered for there to be at least some intelligent conversation, and that's as far as I'm going to take that, okay? But again, I want to discuss tonight about how it has become normal to emasculate the Black men. My question to Black men who have not necessarily experienced it for themselves, but see it. What, if anything, are you doing to address it? What's going on, George? Thanks for being here, beloved. I appreciate you. What are you doing, if anything, to address the normalization of emasculating the Black man? Because I know you see it. There's no way that you can't see it. It's everywhere all day long. It's normal. It's on television. It's in movies. It's outside. It's every damn where. It's in fictional things. It's in music. Everywhere. What are you doing as a Black man to address and or correct the normalization of emasculating the Black men? Because this is also a problem. If you're not doing anything about it, to do nothing is also to accept it as okay. If you're doing absolutely nothing, then you are also saying it's okay. Then what right do you have to complain about anything? What right then do you have when the rights of a man are stripped? When the humanity of a man are stripped? When you do nothing to protect it in the first place? I would love to hear from someone. Please call in 770-906-5271 or leave your comments here. Again, this is where we talk about things that people do not talk about, and we need to have these types of discussions because something needs to be done about the shit that we talk about. We do way too much chattering about bullshit, or we'll allow this type of conversation to go on these platforms, and then nothing gets done about it. That ain't why we're here. That's not why I'm here. I bring the conversations up so that something can be done. I bring the conversations up in order to provoke a thought, in order to provoke a movement, not to make you feel good at all. I apologize to a young lady who said I made her feel good. I inspired her. I made her feel good. I apologize immediately because that ain't what I'm trying to do, ever. Never do I want you to just feel good. I want you to be convicted by truth and fact and do something about it. Kevin Littlejohn says it has been instituted as normal since the government has tried to take out the power of the Black man in the family back in the 60s. It has actually been going on since even before then, but absolutely. Absolutely. So as a Black man, let me ask you all, why do you think or know that this agenda has even been put into place? Why is it that the existence of the Black man as a Black man in the family and society has been so targeted, that it's been to the point of complete abolishment? Why do you all think that you all are targeted as such? What are you going to do about it? Why do you think that you're targeted? How do you become less of a target or not the target? How do you correct it? You said there is a shift in the population. There is. So, but again, at this point, indeed, that answers. That is an answer. That is an answer. That is an answer. So in that, so let's deal with something else. Then let's go into the birth rates and the single motherhood when you're dealing with the Black family or the, I can't even say black family, when you're just dealing with the brute mentality of it. So when I mention that, I'm saying how black men overall have been conditioned and taught to be a brute. That's the hit it and quit it mentality. I don't care what comes from it. I'm going to hit it, get what I want, and be gone. There's no attachment when the woman becomes pregnant with your seed. There's no attachment. So knowing that there is a shift in the population, how do you then, I guess, change your mentality on how you view the mothers of your children if you're not married to them? How do you, I guess, reposition yourself? How do you rethink, retrain your thoughts on the importance or the necessity of you being in the home, of you being actively there? Shalom, my brother. What's going on, my king? Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Kevin says the minority is becoming the majority. Absolutely. They're not just like, I get it, but we only talking about us. You know how I do. For today, that's all we talking about. So, like I said, as black men, the question is directed to you all. You said black men is just the target. How you view love. Okay. Yeah, I want to know from you all, how do you, I think I've asked like 13 questions in a minute. So how do you view the emasculating of the black men as black men? How do you view that? When you see it happening, how do you contribute to, or how do you address it, if you do at all? Do you address it when you see black men being emasculated, either by other people or by choice, because some of them just choose to be that way? And why do you think some men choose to be more feminine, or present themselves more feminine than they do masculine? What are your thoughts about that? I had several, but one of the thoughts a while ago, other than it, the spiritual control. So other than that, that women generally have an upper hand as far as the law is concerned. Society tends to lean toward pacifying the woman, if you will, giving her more control and more access to everything, that it will look out for her, make sure she has what she needs. And in the eyes of these black males who make a conscious decision to address more of the feminine side of that energy, it may simply be for that reason. George says, we lazy. Okay, well, that's just straight to the point. Let me see what else she's saying. Let me pull it up. He said, we are lazy. We live off the woman, don't take advantage of education. So with that, we have no leg to stand on and left to someone else's control. Okay. I appreciate that honesty, loved one. I appreciate that, because first of all, you don't find many men that will acknowledge it, first of all, let alone speak it outward. So I appreciate you for being honest, for being real with it. So how does that get corrected? Why are y'all so damn lazy? And is that the fault of, or is that contributed to the woman? And I'm going to go back on that too, because women are raising some lazy ass men. We are allowing and promoting men to be more passive and submissive, to activate more of their feminine energy, if you will. We're allowing it, we're promoting it, we're accepting it, we're normalizing that. So you being a conscious brother, knowing and just saying we just lazy, how do you correct that? How do you correct that? And will you correct that, or at least bring it to the attention of those that you see that behavior in? Because if you don't address it, brothers, if you don't address your brothers and help them correct their behavior and their thinking, it continues. You all, because I'm only speaking to you all, have to hold one another accountable. You must hold one another accountable. You have to hold yourself accountable for self, but hold one another accountable. Period. Kevin says, teach basic male skills. Boys, what they see. Let me see. Oh, boys, what they see. Also, what's your thought on single mothers raising men? I have my thoughts on that. Having been a single mother and I raised a son, I raised a male child. His father was around, I'll put it that way, but there wasn't a lot of real guidance in his growing up. So I was left to do the best that I could do with the information that I had and the emotional and spiritual space that I was in. I have never said that as a woman, I can raise or teach a young boy how to be a man because I've never been a man. I do not think that women have the sole ability to do such because there are certain behaviors and insights and thoughts and spiritual connections or whatever that men have that only men have. As with women, there are certain things that only we have, certain things that you all would never understand. And even for men who are raising daughters by themselves, kudos for you doing what you can do, but you're only raising them as we are raising males based off of experiences that you've had with the opposite sex. That's all you got. That's all you'll have. So there is a need for balance, for there to be a male and a masculine and feminine energy involved in the raising of a child. And particularly since we are speaking about men, it's necessary for that balance to be there in raising Black men. And I'm only talking about Black men because that's who I'm relating to, Black men. Okay? Because I know somebody will come on here and talk about, well, what about the rest? I'm not concerned. That ain't no hate. I'm not concerned. Okay? So again, to my Black brothers, my melanated kings, or kings to be, whatever the case, questions, directed to you all and things that you all need to do that only you can do is holding one another accountable, having these types of conversations with one another, correcting the behaviors that you see in these young boys. First of all, correct it then. Don't wait till they become grown ass men and then they want to buck up at you, or you don't know if you're supposed to swing on them, or you know what I'm saying? It's like a spank them, because by that time they turned out. That's just a mess. It turned out. George says we became lazy because of the division set up to make us black, to make us weak. Meaning, if you have two Black people, woman and man, let me see. If you have two Black people, woman and man, us as men don't get the same opportunities as a woman. So they say, fuck it, hustle, lay around, the 100 so now comfortability sets in. Okay, I got you. I understood what you were saying. I got you, boo. So you messed it up, but I got you. I got you. Since you, what I hear you trying to say is that because certain things, opportunities are not available to Black men, you all have become lazy in thought, lazy in what you do, and complacent in your behavior because you're saying, well, fuck it, I ain't got access to it, so I'm just gonna just chill. I'm gonna just be here and let her take care of what I got, take care of what she's doing or whatever, and I'm just gonna eat off her. Is that what you're saying? Because that's what I'm picking up. Is that what you mean? It's all good. Don't text and drive. It's all good. But let me know if that's what you meant. That's how I received that. Because opportunities are not made available for you all, that the lazy mentality kicks in. The whole fuck it then kicks in because there's a sense of lack. Like you don't have it, so ain't no sense you worrying about trying to get it because it's not there for you. Is that what you're trying to say? And if that is what you're saying, I'm going to address it this way. Create the shit. Create it. That's also one of the aspects of what I have been trying, and I'm going to do it, most high's willing, trying to do with my organization, created for Black and brown men and boys to help you all have access to the resources that you need in order to help you become the men that you need to be. And I can only say it that way. I know what it is in my head, but I'm gonna just leave it at that, okay? Because I can't make you men, and I'm not trying to, nor am I saying that. I just want to be able to help provide resources so that you all can do what you need to do to get what you need to get. But it's also not necessarily my job to do that as a woman. No shade, okay? This is where the accountability comes in. Because as men, as grown men, you must make sure that you have what you need to have, even if it is not being handed to you. Because ain't nobody ever gonna just give you shit. It's not designed that way. The mentality that you all have taken on is basically conditioned for you to have that mentality because it removes you from the household. It removes you as a threat to the system designed for you not to be there in the first place. If you are no longer a threat, you are no longer a thought, you are no longer necessary. Understand what I'm saying? If you continue to have that mentality, you fall right in line with how you are being conditioned to think and feel about yourself in the first place. As worthless, as pointless, as shiftless as niggas that can't do shit because you don't have access to anything. This is very deliberate, okay? If you stay in that mindset, you will continue to fall in line with the agenda. This is why it has been made so easy in the mentality of others to rid you, because you serve no purpose in their eyes and in your own, because you haven't realized what your purpose is. So you're not fulfilling it. and you're looking for somebody else to give you access to the resources for you to fulfill your purpose, instead of realizing that you already are the purpose and you already have and are the resource. Did I make myself clear? Did you all understand what I said? I don't want you all to be any more confused, okay? I don't want you to be confused. We can't afford for you all to stay confused, because it's that that mindset that keeps you right here or falling off. One thing I do know about the way you all think: if a man is not able to figure things out, to find a solution to a problem, that he feels less than. He doesn't quite know what his purpose is. He determines his value based on what he can do and based on what he has. So when those things are taken away from you, when those resources are taken away from you, or when you are unable to figure some shit out, then you have determined in your mind that you ain't shit. You have determined that based on what's presented, based on the circumstance. You have done that. And if you have determined that you ain't shit in your own mind, then how do you think they view you? How you view yourself gives them permission on how they treat you. And by they, I mean anybody outside of you. You understand? Understand what I'm saying, because it's necessary. You all tend to emasculate your own selves first by your thoughts. You do this because you've been conditioned to accept all of the bullshit ass energy that's going on around you, all the bullshit ass things that are being said about you, all of the misrepresentations of you in movies, in public, on the news, whatever, in your households, in your neighborhoods. You are conditioned to accept that identity as what you look like as a black man, and it's a false identity. It is a misrepresentation of the truth. Stop looking outside of yourself to identify yourself. If you don't know what you look like, if you don't know what you look like, then you need to address the representative that calls themselves by your name and check that thing. Check it and get rid of it, because it's causing you to see yourself through its eyes, and it is a false representation of the truth. Your masculinity can only be diminished if you see it diminished. If you allow it to be diminished. What else can I say? I am holding you accountable for correcting your mentality, for correcting the behavior, for correcting one another. I am holding you accountable for holding each other accountable. I am holding you accountable for changing the narrative of the black man. Changing how you are seen, how you are perceived by society. I am holding you accountable for changing the narrative. Hold yourselves accountable for changing the narrative. You are no more and no less of a man than what you portray yourself as, what you allow yourself to be. And I'm going to whoop you for that one, Kevin. Let me go back in here and read some of you all's your comments. Teach me our basic skills, and then we become lazy because of the division. Yep, I read that. What's going on, Kyle? Thank you for being here, beloved. I appreciate you. George says, yeah, basically, then all we have to do is come to the table with really nothing. Right. Come to the table with nothing. Then when you and the woman breaks up, it's fuck black woman. Yes. So that's the decision, so that's the decision, and it won't allow us to come together and grow. It becomes compassion. It becomes what, baby? Maybe competition. Is that what you meant? I'm gonna need you to pull over, okay? Or tight up. Speak it. Speak your text. See, Kevin says, well, is that based on education, certification, the lack of recourses? What are you talking about? Because let me know what you're talking about, Kev, because I'm not sure. Right. So now we hold no value. Right. But like I say, this is all up on you. This is you all. You all have to hold yourselves accountable. You all have to want to do better. And out of the simple fact that they have said that you can't, ought to be enough motivation for you to do so instead of just giving into it. A lot of our men, and I hate to say it, I'm not bashing you, but a lot of our men have become weak in the mind. You have allowed outside forces, energies, words, whatever, to make you weak and submissive to their ideologies, to their perceptions of you. Why? Does fear do that? Does the fear of actually becoming or being what you really can become or be cause you to become passive and submissive and weak in the mind? That you no longer view yourself or can see yourself being anything greater than where they said you are or what they said you can be? Does fear do that to you? Because if that's the case, we need to beat the fear out you. Not literally, but we need to get that out of you. We got to figure that out. We got to figure some things out. But men have to figure these things out. Men have to come together. Brotherhoods must be reconnected. Conversations must be had about some things that directly affect and infect you specifically first before you start talking about anything else that holds no merit of value. You say, but what if our women don't want us to do and grow with them? Then you say bye-bye then. Say bye-bye. Because there will definitely be some woman or women that will. There are some women that will hold you accountable, that won't accept you being anything less than what we know you to be. I've had this conversation before when we were talking about interracial relationships, and that's not what this conversation is about, but we were talking about why some Black men go to other races, particularly European races, for their mates. They'll leave a Black woman who they say is nagging him or whatever, and go to a European woman who doesn't nag him. And my thought was, because it's not so much that the Black woman is deliberately trying to nag you, is that there is an expectation of greatness that we have of you and for you and about you. And we demand that you live up to it because it's there. We expect you to be who you are. We expect it. There is an expectation of excellence from your Black women to the Black man. There is an expectation. And when you do not live up to that, then we salty. Okay? There's a disappointment there. There is, the word was right here. I can't think of the word. But anyway, resentment. There it is. There is a resentment when you don't live up to who you are. You don't get that same type of passion or response from any other ethnicity of woman when it comes to you, because it doesn't affect them as such. It doesn't affect them. And it's at the time that you realize that you are what the Black woman expects of you, that you are what we say you are. If you realize that, when you're with another ethnicity, it becomes threatening now. So no, you're not going to find it, generally speaking, that another woman outside of your women are going to push you to the point of excellence. Y'all call us nagging. It ain't that. You're just not going to find it. It's not going to be there. It's not the same. They don't have the same connection with you that we do. So yeah, we expect you to be better than what you are. Why wouldn't you be? Why wouldn't you be? So that's what's happening. But Kevin, if you come across women who don't want to be with men who are growing, who are maturing, who are elevated or wanting to be, say bye-bye then. Move on. Thomas Allen, what's going on, loved one? Thank you for being here. You saying stupidity do that? It's not fear. Oh, okay, stupidity does it. All right. We got to remember how great we are, absolutely. And I'm glad you said stupidity and not dumb, because dumb is acceptable. Ignorance is acceptable because it's correctable. Those things are corrected. Stupid is a practice. That means you have chosen the behavior. You have chosen the mindset. So if you choose that behavior, you choose that mindset, that means you choose to be on the other side and you choose to be dealt with accordingly. That's that. So, okay. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. So stop choosing to be stupid. How about that? Stop choosing to be stupid. Get it tightened up. If y'all don't see what's going on in this world right now, then that right there is stupid, because ain't no way you can miss it. All right? If you don't see it because you don't want to see it, stupid. If you don't see it because you can't see it, ignorant. If you have an inability to see it for whatever reason, mentally, dumb, you get a pass, but not stupid. Never do you get a pass for stupid. So stop choosing to be stupid. If you all want to call in real quick, I will take a call, and then we're going to make a left. So that number is 770-906-5271, 770-906-5271. I want to point out also that I'm very grateful that tonight it's all brothers on here. Ain't never a woman other than myself on here. So I appreciate you brothers for showing up and participating in this conversation. Not that I don't like when women call or come in. I just really, really appreciate you all in particular when you show up and you participate, when I'm able to give some information, give some enlightenment, provoke your thought, whatever it is, give some encouragement. When you show up, that does something to me. Okay, so I really appreciate you, and I hope you always know that I appreciate you above all things. I respect you. Okay, those things I know are necessary for you all to know and understand. So take that with you, please. If you feel so inclined to share this video, please do that. Matter of fact, I'm asking you to share the video. Okay, not just on your own page, but share it on somebody else's page, a different platform, whatever it is. Give the information to other brothers. Y'all start to have communication with one another. Teach these young boys how to be men. Men. Teach them how to be kings, how to be leaders, okay? How to own their own shit, how to not be lazy. Teach them. And it's not just by what you say, it's by example. Show them what it looks like to be a man. All right? Please and thank you. On that note, I'm going to make a left. I greatly appreciate you all for showing up on a Tuesday, since I was not here on the Monday for Melanated Monday. If you all celebrated the holiday yesterday, I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I will be back on Thursday with On the Move Unscripted on Purpose, the ladies roundtable discussion. I have no idea what we're talking about, but show up. And next Monday, Most High's willing, I'm going to have a guest. I'm going to have a guest, and I'm going to do a giveaway. This guest is a friend of mine. He is an awesome being. He's an author, and this is the book that he has written. I have one that I just may give away. The name of this book is called Voluntary Torture. It's a PTSD story. His name is Fred Nutter. So please join me next week. We're going to have a conversation with him about his life and about this book and about living with PTSD, how he overcame, the reason behind this book. Was blessed to have interviewed him on Saturday. It was amazing. So make sure you join me next Monday for that on Melanated Monday. And again, Thursday in 2 days for On the Move, Unscripted on Purpose, the ladies roundtable discussion. Will be here at 8:30-ish. The show begins at 8 o'clock, but I don't go live until about 8:30. Okay, so you can listen, tune in on Blog Talk Radio if you like. All right, loved ones, you know what it is. I love you on purpose. With purpose, I will continue to protect the king. And until I see you next time, peace.